Good, happy Thursday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your news and weather update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started. First up, police investigate death of 15-month-old in Nashua home. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
McMulkin Cadillac is celebrating America's best, like the all-new 2017 Cadillac ATS. Lease for $366 a month. This is luxury. This is Cadillac. This is McMulkin Cadillac.
Well, police tell us first responders rushed to that home. They then performed CPR on that little boy, but tragically later at the hospital, he was pronounced dead. Now, as you say, authorities telling News 9 that other children were at the home being watched as well at the time. Now, all of their parents were contacted. They were also all checked out at the hospital and all deemed to be just fine. Now, a spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees daycare licensing, says that facility, advertised at that address as the kindergarten on their Facebook page, is not licensed with the DHHS. Police say everyone at this time is cooperating with their investigation. Meantime, an autopsy was conducted today on the child. Police say there was no trauma found and his death does not appear to be suspicious at this time, but further testing is still underway.
These types of calls do take their tolls on the personnel who respond to them, police, fire, ambulance, the doctors who care for them. But our condolences go out to the baby's family and his loved ones and his parents, and our thoughts with them are with them.
Now, News 9 has reached out to the owner of that facility. She told us that she cannot comment at this time. Meantime, police telling us they have suggested the facility cease operating during this investigation. They're also saying it's just too early on in the investigation to comment whether any charges are pending. Live in Nashua tonight, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Peabody double murder suspect involved in Middleton carjacking. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston. We have a little technical difficulties right now with the video. There we go.
This is where unconditional love resides. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Take a look at Ken Metz today.
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Contrast that to Metz late last night as he ran inside a South End pizza shop begging for help.
Locked the door behind me, raised up my hands, and said, I gotta call the police.
Metz had been the victim of a carjacking 20 miles away in Middleton, tied up with a seatbelt and forced to ride along in his own stolen car. The person behind the wheel, authorities say it was this man, Wes Dowdy, wanted in connection to a gruesome double murder in Peabody.
He said he killed him because they gave heroin to his godfather.
The wild ride lasted 3 hours with many stops along the way.
He actually stopped at a liquor store a stone's throw from the place to buy cigarettes and booze, and I suggested that he pray. He said, I don't believe in anything.
Scared for his life, 64-year-old Metz tried connecting with Dowdy, telling him about his family, trying to keep him talking before eventually making his escape.
6 months ago, my wife was diagnosed at Lake Huger with ALS. He did tell me he wasn't going to harm me after I was cooperating with him, and I told him I had my wife's situation, and I had 4 kids and 8 grandkids, and he said, I can't kill you.
Now, Metz does have minor injuries, but he is okay. Dowdy was last seen in a 2006 gray Honda Accord. Live in Middleton, Nicole Burley, WCVB News Center 5.
Nicole, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Acton man killed by estranged wife, police say. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW.
Choose the iconic vehicles.
or the unusual ones. They all have a role to play. Find victory in the massive diversity of War Thunder.
Police say 42-year-old Scott Whalen was assaulted outside his mother's home on Milton Mills Road in Acton about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They say they found him severely injured. He died before reaching the hospital. The victim's mother says that her estranged daughter-in-law learned just yesterday that she was losing custody of the couple's 2 kids. Whalen's mother, a former Sanford police officer who didn't want to go on camera, says her son was stabbed, and her 2 grandchildren, a boy and a girl, 7 and 11 years old, saw it all. She says her grandson was the one who called 911.
You don't expect it to happen in your neighborhood, obviously. And
this is a very quiet neighborhood.
Court papers reveal a rocky relationship over the last 10 months. She accused him of being physically and emotionally abusive. He accused her of pointing a gun to his face and trying to steal his car while he was working. The kid's grandmother saying they will need counseling. A neighbor says she feels terrible for the 2 kids now that their father is dead and their mother is in jail.
It's very sad. I volunteer at the school, and one of the kids is in the grade that I'm there. I don't know him specifically because we do book groups, and I only have 2 or 3 at a time, and I don't specifically know him. But yeah, it's really rough.
Candy Whalen being held at the York County Jail up the road from here. She's charged with murder, and she'll make her first court appearance at the York County Courthouse behind me tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're live in Alfred tonight. Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. After Hour Buzz, ACIA, OLED, HPE, and more. Shares of Acro Communication tanked more than 17% during after hours following its 4th quarter earnings report with disappointment guidance. The fiber optic gear maker beat in earnings, a revenue for the 4th quarter. Its earnings guidance called for a range of 63 cents a share to 70 cents a share on revenue on between 108 million to 114 million for its first quarter. Analysts expected earnings of 78 cents per share of revenue of 137.4 million for the first quarter, according to Thomson Reuter's consensus estimates. President Trump retries call for U.S. nuclear experimency. President Donald Trump on Thursday renewed his call to expand the country's nuclear weapons cache so that the U.S. is top of the pack, according to an interview with Reuters. And now let's take a look at your weather. Your weather for tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows in the upper 30s. And for tomorrow, cloudy with a few sunny breaks, highs in the low to mid 50s. And that does it for your news and weather update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.